I remember like my very first FPG seminar, and I think there was a quote Maria was saying like, "We train in times of peace. We don't get bloody in the war," and that stuck through me, or stuck with me throughout. Like I remember at the beginning of COVID, everyone was like, "Okay, what do we do?" Like we're anticipating like this catastrophic thing, and obviously the opposite happened. But like, I think it just kind of challenges my perspective on how we are entering into this type of an economy and everything. And, you know, we really have been training in times of peace. So we're not going to suffer and be injured and bloody in this war. And, you know, you never know what's going to happen like over the next 6 months to a year. So, I mean, I have faith in the company. I have faith in FPG that's given us the training to do this stuff and just make it through. On top. Might not be as profitable as we've seen in the past, but like I'm still confident like in everything that's moving forward with that.
The training has benefited me, but most by it's a simple answer here. It's just given me a structured process. I'm new to sales. I had a sales job years and years ago, and now I'm back in sales, and it's just given me the process, a structure that I can follow and rely on. And, you know, over time as I practice and, you know, get to know the process better, it will allow me to be successful.
So I think number 7 that Jason talked about the other day was don't rush to your sales death by skipping steps or letting the prospect control the sales process. So I was looking at the sales report this morning that Lindsay sent out, and I've got the lowest fallout ratio in the whole company. So I'm proud of that. And I think that comes from experience and not skipping any steps.
What I learned most about myself this year is, so I just looked back at in July, me and Ashley like hit a dead spot for 2 months and didn't sell a single house. And we just, through Chad encouraging us like to just continue our realtor outreach, community events, and all of that, it pushed us into now we've consistently had sales like 6 in September, and then it just continued on. And just knowing that we can make it through this, we just have to put in the work to keep our sales coming in.
Being more resilient and consistent with my mindset, changing my mindset. And a lot of that comes from the training through FPG and the overview that Jago has really enabled me to not be anxious that I'm not making a sale. I'm not making a sale. What are the numbers? I always look at the numbers, and to be more cognitive of this is the overview. I am not a super being that can just change it. And by day, sowing the seeds, that is, you know, slowing down, sowing the seeds. I even picked up on some of the things that you talked about dopamine hits. I think I thrive on dopamine hits, on little things, and trying to realize consistency day by day, and it will get back. And those relationships will just come naturally with realtors and customers. So, yeah.
Second of all, the training, I think, benefited me the most this year when it comes to handling people being upset. You know, your phone's dinging, people are screaming and hollering, and, you know, you got to just back up and realize that's their home. That's their biggest investment. The only sounding board that they have is you, and you have to help them resolve the issues in their mind. And we have to go out there and physically meet them. And so, you know, I'm proud of myself. I've always done that. If somebody calls about their home, I'm going to say, when can you meet me out there? Because we're not going to talk about this on the phone. We're going to go meet. I'm going to take pictures, and I'm going to get it resolved through my superintendents. So, and we had a lot this year because of all the volume we did. So I think the training helped me back up and take a breath and breathe a little bit.
It benefited me by teaching me to make sure to meet the customer where they are. And what I learned about myself through this year is I can still sell through the hard times. I'm a winter warrior.
So I'm most proud of myself as being able to adapt to the changing market and having to kind of think outside the box and stuff to create ways to try to gain more prospects.
The training benefited me the most. I'd say it just gave me a bunch of tools that I didn't have, coming from something and not being in sales. It was really good to be able to have some of this information, kind of like a library to be able to go to and learn. It was a great way for me to get started and just jump right in,
I'm most proud that I made it through a tougher market. I came into the prior year where it was insane and crazy, and so I wasn't as used to like normals. When I came in, it was just crazy. And so I'm proud of myself for making it through a tougher year, but also improving in that process. So not getting discouraged or beat down by the tough year. I feel like a better salesperson after making it through that. And I think that goes along with the training. And I think it benefited me most by just improving, for one, my mindset and outlook, and for two, my confidence. And what I learned about myself through this year, I would say, is that I'm capable of getting past my insecurities and fears and doing it anyway and being successful in the process. It just might be uncomfortable.
The training benefited me most by reminding me to be intentional, which leads up to what I learned about myself throughout this year. Is whenever I'm intentional with my words and actions, that I'm happier, more successful. I experience more fulfillment and contribution.
As far as the training, I like that it gives me a system to follow, but allows me to add my own flair. And to me, like, the most important thing about it is it allows me to improve, to be a better version of myself for the customer, like for the prospect. What I learned is that I can manage change.
The training benefited me the most by staying engaged, staying motivated, always something to take away. There's always something that I carry into the week that I didn't know the week before.
The training benefited me the most, I feel like. It's helping me to overcome objections early on, which is something I didn't do before. And that's a really big deal. That way we can move through the process more quickly and meet the customer where they are.